Hi everyone, it's Jay from Mitosu Crafts. Thank you for joining me for the World Card Making Day 2022. And thank you to Stephanie for the invite. I'll be sharing with you today a rainbow themed card inspired by the pride flags to represent the LGBTQ2 plus community. And that stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, or questioning, two-spirit, and the plus represents other sexual identities, which includes pansexual, intersex, asexual, and androgynous. So throughout the presentation, I'll be sharing with you some history regarding the flags, and as well as crafting with you, featuring the Sweetest Christmas Suite with the sweet candy canes bundle and the Christmas banners, as well as the stitch greenery die. I have all of the colors I need up here, which I'll talk about a bit later on. But first, we're going to create a stamping and die cut template using the Stamparatus and a piece of basic white. Okay, so dimensions and everything you need will be in the tutorial as well. I've just placed that on and get my stamp onto there and then put in my magnet, pick it up with the plate, and we will stamp any color. I'll just do Poppy Parade as that's one of the colors that I'll need later on. The rainbow flag is recognized across the world as celebration of the LGBT community, and it's been redesigned through the years, which we now have the Intersex Inclusive Progress Pride flag from 2021. Okay, so I've stamped that. I will die cut that and replace that onto the Stamparatus. So I'll just go ahead and die cut that. You'll also need to die cut 9 more of the same die that you'll be using. So you can just do that along. So you only need it up to where the end of the candy cane is. So go ahead and die cut that. So I've got a few of the die cut pieces and the cane. We can use that as well. I've replaced my template onto the Stamparatus, and we're just basically going to reinsert those die cut pieces and ink up in different colors. Just make sure that you clean your stamp before you ink it up with the new colors. So the colors that I'll be using is actually been inspired by the Progress flag of 2018. So we have Poppy Parade, Daffodil Delight, Pumpkin Pie, Granny Apple Green, Tahitian Tide, Pacific Point Gorgeous Grape, Soft Suede, and Memento. Continuing with the Daffodil Delight, ink it up, press it down, and then lift that off. Okay, so put back your die cut piece, and when you're inking up, just ink down below the arch to not mess up your Stamparatus or get it inky. So there are over 90 pride flags. I checked Google today. I'm sure there are a lot more, but it represents different orientation, gender, and biological identity, plus subculture and fetish flags. So there's lots of different ones. But the main umbrella flag is, of course, the rainbow, which everyone kind of knows of. It was started as an 8-stripe flag by Gilbert Baker in 1978, which was requested by Harvey Milk. The 8 colors stands for different things. So it had hot pink for sex, red for life, orange for healing, yellow for sunlight, green for serenity and nature, turquoise for art, indigo for harmony, and violet for spirit. Okay, so it became a 6-stripe flag in 1979 just because the demand was high for the actual flag, and they had problems finding the hot pink fabric. Also, the LGBT community kind of like decided that the 6 was a lot better. So what they've done was kind of like introduce or get the indigo and the turquoise joined together and became royal blue. So I'm just gonna finish up with the Tahitian dye, but I have done all of these, but I thought I'll just talk about the colors and show you how you can do the stamping on all 10. Okay, so after the Tahitian dye, you have Pacific Point, Gorgeous Grape, Soft Suede, and Memento. For the Memento, do double stamp it just to make it a lot darker. So here are all the colors that I'm using, and you're probably wondering about these 4 colors. So the Soft Suede and Memento, or brown and black, they were introduced in 2017 to recognize people of color and those lost to AIDS by the city of Philadelphia. So it started off from there. And also the pink and the light blue were then introduced in 2018 to include the trans and non-binary individuals of the community. So for the progress flag, it had chevron as well, pointing to the right, signifies the importance of progress as well. And I mentioned about the inclusive Progress Pride flag for 2021. It has a yellow triangle with purple circle, which represents the intersex pride flag. Okay, so we have now got these. I've also die cut the banner in basic white. That's just going to be a layer. I've die cut the stitch greenery for layer 1. We're going to white emboss the banner on this as well, and you'll need a Versamark. Do prepare your vellum and then just stick that down. White Stampin' emboss powder. And before heat embossing it, I'm gonna stamp the sentiment. So I'm just gonna add happy wishes on there as well. And just use your heat tool to emboss that. So before you die cut the vellum sentiment, do make sure that you add a bit of adhesive sheet, which I forgot to do. So I'm just going to add that on after I've die cut it. Okay, so definitely add adhesive sheets before you die cut it. That was a bit of a sticky mess, just doing that after I die cut it, but I got there in the end. And that's just gonna get added on to the basic white backing. And as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of different flags. Have you seen any which you quite like the color combination of? Let me know. There's also a heterosexual flag actually during Pride, which is a black and white stripes as well. And also a straight ally flag, which is the black and white in the background and the rainbow colors, which is quite nice. I quite like the look of that. So you could always create a card with those type of colors or even layout. So the card base is 14 centimeters by 21 or 5.5 by 8.25, folded in half. So I'm just adding this layer onto the card base, so it's straight on the card base. Turn it back and then just to make sure that that is all nice and stuck down. So to finish up, we're gonna put these rainbow colored arches onto the card front, and I've integrated the 4 new colors, the light pink and light blue and the brown and the black onto there as well. So it's gonna actually be, this one is gonna go on the top and that one is going to go on the bottom. Okay, I would suggest that you would start off on the edge and just overhang slightly the arches. So if you go top and bottom and then eyeball the middle section if you would like, I think that looks okay, and then insert the other two in, so that should fit in. Okay, and then do the same for the bottom one. So cut off any excess using your paper snips. Then add Stampin' dimensionals on the back of the banner. Place that on the middle. And then finish up with the adhesive black seasonal sequins on the right and on the left. There we go. That is my card for World Card Making Day 2022, featuring the Pride Flags colors and the Sweetest Christmas Suite. You can also try gold embossing if you want the sentiment to pop a bit more. I do like the white on white on white on white, and you can just see the colors popping from the rainbows. I hope you enjoyed this project, and I'd love to see your rainbow theme cards. Do share it in the group, and happy World Card Making Day, everyone. Thanks again. Until next time. Bye!